everybody, it's me, Akasha Wolf, and today I have for you guys some Jeffree Star dupes, and I'm super duper excited about this. I said duper, whatever. I'm really excited about this, and I know that there's a lot of drama going on with Jeffree Star right now and Kat Von D, and I don't want to be like really involved with that drama. Apparently, I love another product that has drama behind it, which kind of really sucks. So you guys know I love lime crime, and I decided I wanted to pick up something different and kind of give you some dupes on something else. Turns out there's drama going on with that. And some people totally don't want to buy Jeffree Star products either because of this and that and whatever. For me, I don't know either of those people personally, so I don't feel like it's my place to really say who's wrong and who's right and whatnot. But I do know a lot of people out there don't want to buy from Jeffree Star anymore and don't want to support him, and that kind of is difficult and everything, you know, because he does have some really pretty products. And same thing with lime crime, same thing is going on with them. You know, some people don't want to buy from them anymore because, you know, having money taken out of your account or this and that and whatever, and people being racist, and yeah, a lot, I know. But for those of you who don't want to support Jeffree Star, there are some dupes out there that you can purchase. I might be purchasing one matte lip from Jeffree Star. It's, I believe it's Blow Pony, because you cannot find a dupe for that. I can't find it, and there's also used, I believe, and I can't find a dupe for that either. But I do have a good many dupes here on me for you guys to get swatches and see how good they are and decide if you want to get some or not. I have Dirty Money, Unicorn Blood, Scorpio, Prom Night, and Supreme Queen. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and so far from what I'm seeing from the swatches I just recorded, they are looking really good and I'm loving it. And it was only, I think, $2–3 around there on AliExpress. So you guys, let's get started. Dogs are going crazy and stuff just because of the sound of the camera adjusting. I was gonna get my macro lens to make this a lot easier. Alright, so first one is going to be Unicorn Blood. I'm really excited about this one because it looks very similar to Lime Crime's Wicked. It applied really nice. Hopefully you can see that. Let's see if we can get a close-up of that. You see? It has that lime crime look, but it seems a little bit darker. It applied slightly blotchy, but I think that might be my fault because of the angle I'm using. Let's see. Yeah. But I did notice that this doe foot looks different from the original Jeffree Star doe foot on his. If you can see this, let me see. The doe foot is very long and flat. The one on Jeffree Star's it looks like a regular doe foot, except for it has a dip in it so that it holds more product and you don't have to dip multiple times to get a decent amount of product. So they didn't do a good job on the doe foot with copying. Not only that, Jeffree Star's like little wand is see-through. It's clear. These ones are white. Scorpio. We're also going to take a look at these when they dry, because that's when you're going to see the color the best. Because I did test Unicorn Blood already, and I did notice that it applied looking like Wicked's not Wicked's, Lime Crime's Wicked, but then after it dried, it kind of looked like Salem a little bit, and at the same time, kind of like the new color that they have, Rustic. When I try them on my lips, though, I am going to show you the originals next to it. I noticed when they apply very nicely. From what I'm seeing from the swatches, they apply really nice. So let's try Dirty Money. Next one is going to be Dirty Money. This one applies a little bit, actually no, I think that's just me it's so nice. The pigment of these colors is really good. If you look, Scorpio looks a little jacked up. I don't know. It's up to you guys. You think that's me? Probably. But they apply so nice. I love it. They're very pigmented. I did notice this has like a slight little glitter sheen going on in the actual container. I don't know if you're gonna notice that in the swatches or wearing it. I don't even know if Dirty Money is supposed to be like that. Maybe, I don't know. It's gonna be prom night. Made sure I was gonna do some swatches of some pinks for you guys because, you know, I might not be the biggest fan of pink, but I do know some people love pink. My mother is the one who purchased this one. So, look at that. So pink. Queen Supreme. Ooh, that makes me think about American Horror Story. This one might be really huge because of the angle I'm using. Oop. It's gotta be the messiest swatch ever. Eyes really well. Hopefully it's not so blurry. Alright, so I'm gonna let those dry. So you guys, I just put on Supreme Queen and I really like this color. I don't know how you guys feel about it on me, but I love this color. Now I'm going to put up what the original looks like and you can decide for yourself if you feel like they match. But even if they didn't match like the original, this color is nice. I love it. I like the way it goes with my hair, my skin, and then when it's in the sunlight, it just is like, ah, it makes my teeth look white, or is that just like me imagining things? Oh my goodness, I love this color. It's so pretty. I just took like a little selfie. I'm like, oh my goodness. But yes, I took a selfie and it made me feel like so like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but I love this color. Oh yes. This one's my mother's. She bought this one, so I'm gonna have to order one. So you guys, right now I'm letting prom night dry. I forgot to do the kiss test and everything on Supreme Queen, but when I did mess with it, it was like when I rubbed across it, it kind of had like some transfer, almost like Color Pop's marshmallow that I did not too long ago. As for Kiss Proof, very light transfer, very light. It's I think like if you were making out with somebody, then you'd probably make a little bit of a mess, have some evidence left over, but I think that just like a regular kiss, it wouldn't transfer too much, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But as I was taking it off, I noticed it wasn't super hard to take off like some of the Line Prime dupes that I have. Peacock, that dupe is hardcore. That is really hard to get off. I'm also going to talk a little bit more about Unicorn Blood in a second because I did test that one ahead of time. I decided to use it for a photo shoot that I had. I'll probably show you like a quick picture of that. But I do have a couple of things I would like to say about it. This is a very neon color. It's so neon looking. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I can most definitely tell when looking in the mirror. And I think it looks very much like the original from Jeffree Star. It's a really nice color. I only dipped it in once and I was able to apply all over my lip once and it came out pretty even. I think that Supreme Queen applied a lot better. I think Prom Night, because it's such a neon color, you kind of have to work it a little bit to make sure that it's even. I don't know if it's even right now from what I can see on camera, but when I was looking in the mirror, it looked pretty even. And it's a really nice color, very, very bright. But yeah, you guys, I think this one's a match. And it doesn't come off on the finger. Or does it? No, it doesn't. I didn't see it. But I got a tiny little bit of flakiness, like almost like a line of flaky pop up on my hand, and I feel like this one is really comfortable. It's a little bit dry, but not an uncomfortable way. It's not sticky at all. Supreme Queen was slightly sticky, but this one is, it's really nice. And I think maybe 2 coats to be safe so it doesn't get blotchy, but it is something you have to kind of work with a little bit to get it like even. Alright you guys, just applied Dirty Money. Oh my goodness, I love this palette. You guys might know it. But it's like, I don't know. I think it really depends on your skin tone. For me, I like it. Maybe I'm just weird and I don't care because I just like the color. But when I'm looking in the mirror with like it looking a little bit darker in here, not so much on camera but just in the room, it looks so nice. Like, I like it. I need to stop looking at it. But it's such a nice color. It applied really nicely. These dupes so far, I am extremely satisfied with them. They're very consistent. Nothing, like the different ones don't seem to have a different consistency. They don't seem like a lot more liquidy than the other, but I still have 2 more to try. I think 2. Yeah, I still have 2 more to try, so maybe, you know, one of those will be liquidy, but so far they all seem very much the same. They apply really nicely. I only had to dip it in once and I used both sides of the little doe foot and I got full coverage. It's really nice. I'm very satisfied so far and it does look like spot on. Alright, so kiss test. They dry really fast too. So nothing on my hands. I don't even need to show you because nothing popped up on there. And nothing on here. What I did know though is when I run my finger across my lip, when I test it, it seems like, oh, am I blurry? Sorry if I'm blurry, you guys. When I run it across, I do notice that I almost cause a slight bit of like cracking, but I only noticed that really on prom night. This one seems a lot more smoother. These are so smooth. The prom night so far had to be like the smoothest. This one is probably even better. It doesn't seem as dry as prom night. It's so nice. You guys are probably like, shut up, just do the next one. It's really nice. Like, I love it. I love touching it. It feels good. My lips don't stick together. Prom night was kind of hard to get off though. I do have a little bit of it on the edges, so. Alright you guys, so I just applied Scorpio. I don't know if I think that this one is really spot on to the color. I might be wrong, but it kind of looks slightly more purple than the actual one from Jeffree Star's website, the original. It looks slightly more purple than the original. Like, I thought it would be closer to more like a taupe color, but it's not looking like it is. I don't know. We'll see how it looks next to the little side by side, but I like it. I still love it. I think it's a really great color. I think it looks really good on. I'm not sure if it's spot on to the actual picture though, but I love it. I think it's really pretty. Now this one I think applies slightly blotchy. I don't know if you guys can tell. I think I kind of applied it a little messy as well. Like, I could have been a little bit neater around the edges, but I do like the way it looks. Oh, actually, now that it's kind of setting a little bit more, it's starting to match the color better. So, test. Nothing. It dries really fast, just like the other ones. Still very comfortable. Like, I honestly think that the Lime Crime dupes, I prefer this over those ones, like how they feel on the lip. These feel really, really nice. I don't think nothing came on. So let's do Unicorn Blood. I'm super excited to talk about this one, but let me toss it on real quick. Alright you guys, so as this is drying, I kind of wanted to talk to you about my experience with actually wearing this particular color for like a couple of hours. So I had put on Unicorn Blood for a photo shoot and I thought it would be a very nice color to have for kind of like what we were doing. And what I did notice is it seemed like that in a way it kind of didn't dry. It was a little bit more sticky. I think with the others it'll be a lot easier and I wouldn't have to deal with that. But it did kind of seem like where it was getting spit for the most part in the inside of the lip, it was getting a little bit more tacky. I don't know if that's just me being like paranoid and like, it's like sticky. I noticed that like I was wearing it for 4 hours. I didn't eat anything. And I did notice that it was kind of starting to get slightly blotchy up near my mouth, like inside my mouth a little bit. And I even, I think, wiped my finger across and noticed that there was a good bit of transfer. I didn't experience that with the other ones. I didn't wear those ones like a while, but with this one, for wearing it the amount of time that I did, it did kind of transfer a bit, and it kind of was sad. And when it was starting to come off, it was coming off like, you guys, I haven't done a video on Raven, Lime Crime's new Raven and Marshmallow, like the 2 moods pack. I haven't done a review on that, but I did get the dupes. They just recently came out. But I've tested Raven before. My friend actually had the original Raven, and I tested it, and it seemed like that it was extremely thin, and the way that it would come off, it was almost like it came off in pieces. I noticed that some of the other lipsticks I wear, they like fade out from inside of the lip and work their way out, and that doesn't look so bad. It doesn't. But the way that Raven was coming off, it looked really like gross, and it looked like you didn't know what you were doing with makeup. Like you probably scribbled it on your lips and you missed like a couple of big spots here and there. And when I drank stuff, it was coming off, and it was probably like one of the only products that I've received from Lime Crime that I was really not satisfied with. I didn't receive it, it was my friend's, but it was very surprising for what I'm used to with that company. I expected better, and this one was actually kind of like the worst when it came to like it coming off. And I did kind of experience that with this one, Unicorn Blood of the dupe. I don't know if the original is like that. You can probably look at some reviews on this one in particular from the original and see how that is and what people say about it. But with this one in particular, I do notice that it comes off really weird, and I didn't like it. But just wearing it though, it's really nice, but I feel like you have to apply almost a couple times through the day in order to keep it looking nice for a long time, and probably even after you eat. But yeah, let's test this because I think it's ready and nice and dry. Now, if you can see, like, you can see that the color of my finger changed a little bit. That's because some of it came off. This one does not stick as well as the other ones that I just tested. And I think as for wear, those ones would probably last a lot better than this one. But I do think it's worth the money for sure. I think it looks like exactly like the one that you see on Jeffree Star's website. I have seen someone wearing the original, and hers was actually really like sheer. It wasn't as pigmented and dark and even as this one. Hers was pretty like very, very sheer. I was very surprised, but this one looks very much like the picture, so expect to be getting what you're paying for when it comes to this. Actually no, like expect to get better than what you're paying for. Kiss test. I have a very light transfer on the edges, and that might be from too much applying, but rubbing it, some of it will get on your finger. Not a lot, but a good little bit. Oh, and very quickly, I kind of wanted to do a little bit of comparison. It's probably blurry, but I wanted to do a little comparison to Wicked. Now, on my lips, it looks very similar to Wicked, but next to Unicorn Blood, Wicked looks a lot more red and lighter. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I know it probably was kind of one of like my long ones, maybe not, I don't know. The packaging of these ones are very original to the original packaging that Jeffree Star has for his. So if you want it to look 100% like his, you're going to be getting it with these dupes. I'll try to leave a description, or not description, leave a link in the description below to the seller I bought it from. If not, I'll try to direct you to a couple of sellers that have it, but there's no guarantee that you're going to be getting exactly what I got. But so far, from the different sellers I've been buying with like multiple Lime Crime products, they all seem to be the same, so I don't think you have too much to worry about when it comes to finding these. I bought all of these on AliExpress, and I will leave you a link below. And I will also be having the gray hair video coming up, and the 2 moods. 2 moods will probably be next, and then my gray hair video. So you guys, talk to you guys later. Comment, like, subscribe, give me some feedback down below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.